talking.
Okay, sounds good.
3, 2, 1.
Hi there, everybody, and welcome back to Slurpathon 7. We are going to be rolling into the next block with Shauny running some custom Robo Battle Revolution, Delphi on COCOM, and myself as the host off phase. We're currently sitting at $1,858.59. Just want to drop out some incentives real quick. Up next, we have Zello with Pump It Up XX. And there are two incentives. One has been met, co-op set with Haru. That's done with a $250 amount. But the next incentive, attempt the 27 plus chart, which is the difficulty, is sitting at $41, and the goal is $150. Shauny, passing it on to you.
Thank you. First of all, I am not used to the webcam, and I don't have an emotion-filled face when I speedrun games. So if it looks like the camera froze, that is why. 2, I am the world record holder in this game. I use paper notes. So
everyone bullies him for it.
Yeah. And yeah, so I will get this counted because there's about 3.5 minutes before the first battle, and I am joined by Delphi, like Dotface said. So thank you so much for joining, because
get me out of retirement for this video game.
Yeah, a lot of people. Delphi, you can decide. File 1, 2, or 3.
Let's go number 2.
Okay.
Because
logic.
Sure. The second one's luckier.
All right. So time will start when I click on new journey here. So, this is a really hard game to start to speedrun, so I will just get over. So 3, 2, 1, go. And the main reason it is extremely hard, and you might hear GameCube noises, is there's 4,171 text boxes in this game that you have to get through, and each one requires 3 inputs apiece. So it kind of does your hands in. I will be quiet just for a second. This is what it sounds like if I don't mash. So if you hear any blips and bloops during the run, that is because I am not mashing fast enough to progress through it.
Yeah, it is 3 frame perfect inputs, which sounds super technical, but like just mashing, you hit them all.
Yeah, and it's you can use the A B button, stuff like that. It's
mashing with 2 buttons is in fact faster than mashing with 1 button.
Yep. We do have a runner who refuses to use the B button while mashing for some reason.
He's just scared. He doesn't want to say no to the bathroom.
So anyway, this entire speedrun has been extremely optimized since I joined the community a long time ago. It used to be we didn't know certain things. I'll go into more details and stuff like that in a bit about the battles, but for the most part, like, this is an autoscroller. Look, no hands. This is the only time you're really gonna walk to Steel Hearts. Every other time you want to take the left path, because we have an optimization. It's like the left path is like 0.3 seconds faster.
Yeah, the hero's just showing you the suboptimal route so that you never take it ever again.
And even though it's technically slower, I will say I'm a good cook. Because Bake Sale Bandits or something, Ernest. This is Ernest. He's our future best boss. If anyone has any questions, also, I do have chat open. I'm happy to answer them if they pop up. Also, it is a charity marathon. Please donate. It's a wonderful cause. I am in Alberta. I have seen firsthand the Alberta hospitals and stuff like that and how they've worked. I cannot stress it enough. If we can donate, I will. If we get $100 worth of donations, I will donate $50 as well.
Whoa, did you hear that?
During this run, it's a 2-hour run. It's very feasible. But I will chuck $50 US if someone can match, or someone we can get $100 in donations in the run. And if other people want to do that as well, we can definitely hit that 3,000 mark before day 2 ends. We can try that as well. This is Linda. She likes bees.
Yep.
We'll get that later too.
Yeah, the guy over there's a cop. He everyone hates bounty hunters, which is what Steel Hearts is. It's a bounty hunting company. People in this area are robo battling. That's what the little orb in the middle is. There's some kind of lore there that's like them projecting mental fortitude at each other. I don't really know. They're robo battling, and the loser gets knocked over like an idiot, like that guy.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot. We don't like him. His name is Harry. He's gonna be hanging around us for basically the entire game.
Yeah. So I have only recently come out of retirement with this video game, and I was looking through my excessively detailed notes, and it mentioned in several places is don't talk to Harry ever.
Yes, he will waste time, and you never backtalk him because he'll waste more time because he'll explain things. All the green text you see in the game is actually tutorial. There's a lot of it. Okay, so to briefly explain the battles, I'm going to be using a Robo for the first 4 days called Rayo 1. The main method of damage is basically we're going to shoot a bomb and then do charge attack, bomb charge, and then a charge attack to land it. Every Robo has 1000 HP. This is how HP works in this game. And you kind of want to get... okay, they dodged his charge at least. Come here, buddy. There you go. And we want to be able to take down the Robos as fast as possible. That was slow-ish, but that's fine.
So Robos have a few different attacks. You can shoot your gun, which fires some kind of projectile, depending on what it is. You can shoot a bomb, which shoots another type of projectile that has some kind of area of effect damage associated with it. You can use a pod, which is never going to be used, barring one situation. And you can use a charge, which is entirely dependent on
the Robo,
where all the others are, you can just take the same weapon between different Robos. So what's happening at the start of each of these battles is both Robos start in a cannon, where they are loaded into a 6-sided die, and when they land, it takes that number of seconds to escape from the die. However, this amount can be adjusted via holding the A button or mashing, including mashing the left joystick in circles.
Yes. It is actually extremely annoying because if you everyone wants to aim for 1, but by the time you land and it bounces, you're gonna roll over to a 6, and the only way to really save your time on that one is you're gonna have to hope your opponent will get out of the Robo Cube and hit you to wake you up, and hopefully not stun you enough to down you. Because if you're downed, it costs another 2 or 3 seconds to respawn, which I got downed I think once in that match. Yeah.
So speaking of downing, every Robo has 3 shields. Either, depending on the Robo, it's either a damage threshold or whatever. It's some damage threshold based on how tough your Robo is that determines how much it takes before your Robo gets downed. When the Robo is downed, they are on the ground and take a fixed amount of time based on what your Robo is to recover. While you are downed, you take reduced damage, but cannot respond to attacks. If you are familiar with fighting games, it is very similar to that. Like if you are downed, you're safe-ish, and then you have some form of invincible recovery.
Yeah, which is called the rebirth.
Yeah. After a certain time, you automatically recover in invincibly.
Chicken robot, you say? I like the chicken robot. Good,
I do too. The chicken robot also likes my claw gun. Yeah. So in these battles, the primary damage source for Shauny has been he's been throwing standard bombs, which downs the opponent and bounces them, and his charges, which similarly down in one hit, and launch. So his primary strategy is to get as many charges as he can, because that's the best damage you can get out of Rayo 1.
Yeah, it's consistent.
Yeah. The standard gun is bad, the standard pod is bad, and basically standard bomb and Rayo 1 charge do okay damage.
So the naming incentive would be cut off now, so let me know if anything changes. If not, I'll name it what it was. Basically, what we're going to be doing here is we weren't actually supposed to get the Robo. We were supposed to come here and get scared off because we didn't have a Robo and Ernest didn't want to hire us, and we accidentally stole a super secret weapon, as a lot of games based off anime-ish plot things do.
Yeah, that was Harry's brother, definitely.
Yeah, it's technically the third option's the slowest, but it takes time to go down there. So is it still DB style?
Yes, it is. It is currently still DB style. And while I'm doing that, we actually have a $21.42 donation from Bald Nate, just saying Slurpathon has good energy. That is not towards any incentive, but reaching out into chat. If you would like this to go to a certain incentive, please post up.
Let's go Bald Nate.
Yeah. Also, keep track of that total number, because I said I will donate the 100 or 150 if the 100's met kind of thing.
Yes, I am keeping track on my notepad, and I will be checking some cash as well.
Real quick, that dialogue box right there, that got it, don't got it, is awful. It's so bad. Because if you hit don't got it, Harry repeats his whole monologue again, and that's like another 15 text boxes you have to match through.
Yeah, and it's extremely annoying. Also, this is unfortunately a thing in this game. Before I leave this area, I have to learn about the custom Robos. And you see all this green text. This is all tutorials about how... So this guy is always hidden. No one likes him.
Yep.
And then you go all the way back to Harry and say, yes, I learned, and now we can leave. So it's like... like we get it, and now we can actually walk back, and we have to choose not to wander home, but always important to mention the pay does stink here. Because we got a job, but...
The pay stinks.
Yes. I'm not going to split. I don't have my splits up. I think that's... I have the timer going, I think, so it's like 10 minutes or something for day one. It would have sub 10 minutes if I would have been able to do the naming screen, but normally we just push A, start, up, start again, then there you go. Everyone is now Canadian, because they're just saying A a bunch of times.
A start, A down, A.
Yeah. So now we actually have a job. So we're going to go do our job, because we're going to be the most amazing commander, which is someone who uses a custom Robo, as a bounty hunter can do. Yeah,
Yep, and we skip talking to Harry because Harry sucks.
Yeah, you literally don't. You only have to talk to like key people, and even later, there's like you have to talk to Harry and Marcia, another person that they mentioned, to progress. Like, oh, is there a bomb in the laboratory or something? No, you can just talk to Marcia after looking at the desk once. You can actually ignore Harry completely. But like I said, this is unfortunately a very annoying thing. Is all these people here will eventually come back here. We had to talk to like everyone around here as well again, but this is going to be the last low percent fight.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask if this was low percent training gym or...
for me it is, because the 3-way gun just doesn't really do well against Harry.
Oh, yeah, I know low percent Harry is a thing, but I wasn't sure if low percent rest of the training gym was the strat.
I'll be picking up, because Harry gives the standard bomb S.
Okay, yeah. So, for what we're talking about, in one of the tutorials earlier on, they introduced the parts burninator.
Yep.
Yep, that's definitely what it's called.
Yeah.
And
I'm launching porks every now and then too.
Yep. Yeah. The parts generator. After every single combat encounter in the game, you are awarded a new part for your Robo. And we wait till this encounter. After this encounter, to go to the parts generator so that we can get 2 very key pieces of equipment that we're going to be using for the rest of the run. The standard bomb S and three-way gun.
Oh, I have to
Standard
change
bomb
Robo
S-
color now too.
Oh yes. Now you can be Rayo 1 Yellow Edition.
That will transfer over, I guess. Unless
Yeah.
the next time it will be on day 5. I'll ask again if any colors changed, but it should probably stay the same.
Okay.
We'll just quickly
So-
change to yellow.
Machine 1 is the first customized menu.
Game.
Oh yeah. So every menu in this game is controlled via the joystick, which is exactly as fun as it sounds.
That sounds horrible. And
Yeah,
not actually,
you technically can, I think, use the D-pad, but no one
You
likes
can.
the GameCube D-pad.
No, you actually can't. The menus don't respond to
Oh,
D-pad.
I know how to run this game.
So the standard bomb S that was picked up, the S is for stun. It doesn't knock down when it hits, and it does about the same damage as the standard bomb. They think a little bit less, but it allows you to set up for triple charge combos on Rayo 1. As well, we got... I am so sorry if you are listening to this game in headphones, okay?
Yeah.
Because the three-way gun is...
Extremely loud.
Is this a PG-13 stream? Am I allowed to...
I prefer not to swear. We can just substitute it.
Okay, yeah, it is broken as heck.
Yeah.
So it gets very loud very fast when you use it. This game's already one of the loudest games on GameCube. It gets real bad. There we go. There's an example.
Yeah, so basically, for the volume, when we were doing sound check, I told everyone in the call that I'm actually only broadcasting 27% of the game audio, and it's at minus 10 decibels in OBS. So, if you guys want to know actually how loud it is, I could eventually turn that off at the end of the stream and show you what it's like. It will bleed into the microphone. It will hurt ears.
It's real bad.
It's really bad. And unfortunately, it's also made by a company made Noise.
Yeah. Noise really did make this game.
We're going to push him up in the air, and he's going to do a couple air dashes.
Yep, this is the final boss of the video game, by the way.
Everyone hates the yellow buggy. He's going to air dash twice, do a charge. You can kind of control him by keeping him slightly elevated in the air, and then that forces them to do their air dash. Everyone has the same wake-up AI. That in the air, he does his air dashes.
Every Robo in the game will, on wake up, air dash away, which is another part I failed to mention earlier. There are different customizable legs that you can equip on your Robo that allow you to have different unique air dashes that give you different trajectories. Currently, we have the standard legs on, which give us 2 small air dashes.
Yeah, there's I'll eventually put the long thrust legs on. So if I were to keep them on with Rayo 1, I would be going 50%, I think, more per air dash. I don't tend to use air dashes with Rayo 1. They're not very consistent for me.
Yeah.
Also, interrupt me at any point in time, or Delphi, to do donations as well. This game does have a lot to explain, but donations need to be read.
It's basically a fighting game.
Pretty much.
So, yeah.
A lot of the... I'm going to do the close range shot. Oh, he landed on top of it perfectly. But I'll shoot him, he'll be in the air, he'll air dash, and then you just do the charge and you finish him. And if you could do that every single time, wow, optimal battles, thumbs up. It doesn't go that way. For most of the things. You could do some AI manipulation, but for the most part, you're not going to do. So the whole point of this was to basically train us to how to battle. I think I know how to, so I think we could do that. But then Ernest has called us saying Harry doesn't have his phone, he swears up in poetry. There you go. Beautiful poetry from Ernest, who I'm sure will not be a poet later in the game too. And now we have to go solve a problem, because we are bounty hunters. Sorry, someone want to say something there?
Oh, no. just laughing with you all, looking at all this dialogue that's popping up.
Oh, it's tons. Wait till we get to a certain segment that has 1/10 the game's text boxes in it. And 2 save points.
Yep. In the middle of it. It's
Yep.
powerful. It's real powerful.
Because I don't know why they decided to put save points inside the save or the text dump, but you know, it's great.
Yeah. Which one's this? Is this Anthony or
Anthony and Thomas, they're alphabetical from left to right.
Yeah.
That's how I remember them.
Okay. Yeah. So Anthony gets us long thrust legs, I believe.
They both do. The way the parts unlock is based off of she's going to do his air dashes. Oh, not. Okay, prove me wrong. Why not?
I think it was because of distance.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to be a certain distance away. And because he was so high, the distance was
22
burned.
HP. So yeah, basically, the amount of battles you do is the amount of things that you unlock. So by the end of the game, if I do no extra battles, I will get the stabilizer legs after beating the end boss. If I fight 1 extra battle, I'll get the stabilizer legs just before the end boss. So, excuse me, it doesn't matter which one. Hugs and high fives for the record.
Yep.
They're extremely threatening. I want that bulldog hoodie for the record. I would wear that. It is beautiful purple lime green color scheme.
License was that.
Yeah, I know. We don't have a license. We've been working illegally. Whoops. We have to go back and tell the boss now that we solved the crime, but he has to actually pay for our license exam. So we need a Class D license to prove that we are not going to be basically killing people with these custom robos.
And that is a power move with that chair.
Yeah, the chair is the best thing in the game, truthfully.
Also, go home, you're tired.
Yeah. Always choose go home, otherwise you have to literally go back home just to wake up here, essentially. And it's extremely annoying.
And by the way, that's the landlady walking in and smacking you awake.
So now we have to get our license exam, and this is where memes happen, because despite me playing this game probably over 400 times and completing runs, I can't remember these test answers.
I can.
Well, the thing is, like, so I was in Questing for Glory, and Ghost, Kumo, another runner made fun of me because I had to use my paper notes. So I'm gonna one-up him on that one. He definitely knows exactly where this is going all of a sudden.
Oh, beautiful.
So give me a sec here.
Oh, wonderful.
There we go. So it's center, top, bottom, bottom, top, bottom, bottom, top, center, bottom. There we go. And while it's zooming in for the next battle, I'll show what I just did. So for some reason, I can't remember these things for life of me. I always have to look at the first answer on this sheet. For RPG Delivery 2018, I actually made a shirt with the test answers upside down so I can read it. So I've officially used it in a run, so...
That's amazing.
They didn't find it funny! Because I wasn't even doing that part of the run, but they wouldn't let me wear it. But I got everyone to sign it when we were at RPG Delivery 2018. So I've now officially used it on stream. So
Yep, it happened.
yeah.
Video proof.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where, yes, like I actually do know the answers, but I always like to... Yeah, people should have more notes on shirts than going into exams. That's exactly the thing that I'm trying to get across here. It's like I took my chemistry exam with I had a periodic table t-shirt. I wore that there. I'm like, oh no. I should technically do this. So that was the entire test. We have to do the information one. All that green text you see fly by is actually what they quiz you on. Also, the last question is like, what question is this? This is question number 10, because I guess attentiveness is what they're testing you. But yeah, now we have to go back and tell the boss that, wow, we're now a D license holder.
But then we're tired, so it's time to go home.
Yeah, and Harry was basically bugging the lady there to the point where, like, fine, take my phone number. I'm sure that won't come up anyway, because he's extremely competent as a human being, able to hold radios, I guess, for cell phones, like the size of them in the 2004 game that this is. All our hands don't actually close. They're always like this. So I'm sure he's gonna hold this piece of paper just fine. Oh wait, the piece of paper fell. Oh well.
See, if your fingers don't articulate, you're not very good at holding phone numbers.
Again, they're holding everything like this because you can see just they have to position the phones and stuff like this. So, yay for GameCube models, but at the same time, there's some really like this looks like Pokemon Gale of Darkness style models too. I know for a fact they've been able to do better things with that. Don't pay rent.
Yeah. Real quick, we are specifically not paying rent today. Every other day we pay rent by talking to Lucy, but not today.
There's actually no money in this game, but when Delphi was doing the 24-hour challenge, they decided to. You find it extremely amusing just to say not pay rent instead of just not talk to Lucy, and it's stuck with me ever since then.
Yeah, I suppose for my history of the game, I picked it up as a 12-hour challenge. Like, was that 2018?
2017, I think.
Yeah, one of those two.
It's before the RPG Limit Break. I know that.
Yeah, and I think all I've learned from doing 12-hour challenges is that I make ridiculously detailed notes that then don't get used by me.
But anyone who wants to run the game, we actually do have tons of resources. We have a very friendly Discord. Relatively quiet right now, but apparently I also got this game into a German speedrun marathon, which I just got notified literally when I was doing sound check. So
Very nice.
yeah, just if I wasn't released in PAL, that's even better.
Not trying to be rude. Is it okay if I interrupt with a donation?
Absolutely. I'm just going to be beating up the Metal 8 that I want.
All right. So we have, sorry if I get the pronunciation wrong, but Mark Adelsberger with no comment, but with a $100 donation.
There you go.
Thank you so much for the gracious donation. This is pushing the total $20. Well, if you want to say $19.91, shy of 2,000. Almost
There you go.
2/3 of the way there to the $3,000 goal. So, Shauny, that's the $100 incentive. Drop for
There you
yourself.
go.
Just done right there, boy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Again, like I know, like in Edmonton, we have the Stollery, which is part of the Alberta Hospital charity. So, like, it is a phenomenal hospital, and it is like a gem in Edmonton for how people treat it. We have ice cream days at like Dairy Queen. I have seen parents forcefully buy ice cream for the children to feed it to them because money goes to the Stollery. Like, it's an amazing organization, amazing charity, and I will always talk about how wonderful they are. And also, this is the double battles. This is the gimmick of the GameCube game, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit hard to focus on for a little bit, but there's not too many double battles, but they're annoying. And I'm just kind of trying to beat up behind the wall. I'm just trying to beat up green as much as I can right now, because yellow's kind of a pushover.
The strategy with double battles is to focus down one person and hope that your partner is competent enough to keep the other one away from you, or competent enough to help you out.
Which really doesn't happen because Harry's normally our partner. And Harry just tends to, like, you can't hit your partners through bombs and pods. And likewise there, I just got hit by a bomb. And by the time I get over here, the pod's coming over here. And he pushes the enemies away from me instead of me doing my combos. And it's extremely annoying. And later, there's a couple other, like, I think the only competent one is Marcia. But you only get her, I think, for like 3 battles, I think, in the entire game.
Yeah. There was another one that people used to consider competent, but then I proved them wrong.
Yeah.
We'll get to that one when it happens because I'm angry about it still to this day.
Yeah. Also, Walt, the gentleman there, doesn't actually close his mouth. His character model is eternally screaming. So, every time you see him, he's trying to... Like, lockjaw, I think? Oh yeah, I'm enjoying the snowstorm. I'm just looking out the window here every now and then, and I can't see the building across the street from me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know about Slurpathon, like, being, like, in Calgary. Like, I could have easily come down numerous times. Also, okay, so basically just to sum up what's happening is we're getting a call from the boss saying, there's a really, really, really wanted criminal. Go there and arrest him. It's like, well, you're there already. Why don't you? He's like, I like my coffee. They censored the game. He's actually daytime drinking. But instead, he's doing poetry in the corner, apparently.
It's honestly so much better of a story in this one.
Also, we lock me is the worst sign in the game because they capitalize the L on me. I hate it. It's not welcome.
It's will lock me.
Yeah, we lock me. It's almost like the theater in the Batman NES game. Instead of it saying theater, it says meet Ari. Because it's the way the font is scrunched up. It's always bugged me every time I see it. Also, that's like a weird rhinoceros thing in the background on a poster. I don't know what that is, actually.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the most powerful laugh in all of video games.
Yes, the ha 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 hee 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 from Evil. So now we have to go back and confront Ernest, saying, okay, that guy basically stole our bounty. So why weren't you there? Why didn't you do it? And now he's going to complain and smash his desk. Rest in peace, desk. And he's like, oh, he's like, Ernest, do you know of any good poems recently? And he's like, oh, gotta go. Everyone's fine. Best chair in the game. And now we're on to day 5, which, according to paper notes, I have to now equip Metal Ape.
Yes.
So has anything changed for the color of the Robo at all? Because I'll be equipping it roughly in a minute.
It is still yellow.
Okay, so it's staying yellow because this is the last time we will customize the Robo in Custom Robo. Because now we have our optimal setup.
Yes. So this is the last time we interact with the parts generator
Or Burninator.
for the rest of the game.
Oh, so this is literally how long I can mash. You have to watch all of the 3D rendering of all the parts. If this wasn't the case, we'd be able to get other parts in the run. But by the end of the game, if I want to get the shotgun, it's going to cost me roughly 2 minutes of watching stuff like that. And that's... the shotgun can help you save, I think, 2 minutes and 3 seconds worth of time. But it is really, really bad against the end boss anyway.
Yeah,
So this game forgot it had a story, so there's a corpse here.
Yeah, this is probably the worst Chinese restaurant of all time.
Yes, because they actually don't put away the sushi. If you choose Wander, keep coming back here. Don, the owner, actually keeps saying that he wants to be ready for people to come back and eat, so they don't put away the sushi. It's eternally on that little conveyor belt on the back. It's Chinese, as the name intends on the soundtrack. It's not, most likely, but it's also translated in the early 2000s, so...
It's closer to an Asian fusion kind of place.
Yeah. The thing is, I'll show the character portrait off, because we do verse Dawn a little bit later. There is some very bad interpretation of what a Chinese person would look like in a restaurant owner, and I don't agree with that at all. It is aged very poorly, as is Harry's conduct towards women. So now we're going to go back to Bogey's Cafe, because we've now been hired to... basically, there's someone... They're having backroom tournaments, and someone's winning too much. So we're going there to try to reset the bracket and prove this guy can lose. And this is... I have to mash A only here. Because I have to go to the customize menu, and then we switch to Metal A.
A, right, A, up, A, right, down, A, up, A, right, A, down, start.
Delphi has the best notes. My notes are not that detailed. This is equip Metal Ape.
Well, hey, check this out.
Oh?
So we have a $30 donation from Crush Girl Joss, thank you, Joss, saying 2,000 high.
There you go.
On the marathon
yeah.
Now let's get that $3,000 goal. Joss, thank you so much for the gracious donation. That puts the total at $2,010.01. Two-thirds of the way there. Talk. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Let's hit that $3,000 goal. We're creeping up there.
Also, this is the three-way gun noise now. Yeah. You'll hear a lot. It's just that weird noise. That's the rest of the combo. There's an oversight we use. This game is completely glitchless. It's just optimization and fast mashing.
And some wild combat design oversights.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's this like Delphi said, this is basically a fighting game, and there's like damage scaling and invincibility frames and stuff like that. If you were to use a three-way gun properly and shoot at a distance, oh wow, it's like, oh, so I have to talk to all these people, so I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm sure that blue-haired guy will not come up again. Also, I will donate $10 if someone can spot this gentleman in the rest of the run. Just saying.
Shawnee.
He never comes back. already donating the $50 for the $100 raise at least.
Does he come back?
Yeah, he actually never appears again after this day. So,
It's a unique model for that one scene.
yeah, he's actually his name is Mr. K, and he's actually one of the development dev room people in the game that after you do all the tournaments and post game, you can go talk to the devs. His name is Mr. K, but for some reason they put him there, and he never comes back for the rest of the actual main game, no matter how many times you choose to wander at the end of the days. This is also a Strike Vanisher. I need to do this properly so I don't mess up. So Delphi, you can explain what a Strike Vanisher is.
Yeah, so Robo bodies are separated into a few different groups. The one that Sean was using earlier on is a Shining Hero model, which is just basic dude. The one he's using now, Metal Ape, is one of the Metal Beast models that are tanky and have like some kind of invincible uppercut and are generally hard to take down. That was a Strike Vanisher. Their dashes turn them invisible, and they basically teleport all over the place. And it is a huge pain to try and stay on top of them.
Yeah, and this is going to be a funky head model. They're damage sponges. They're actually the fun fights in the game, just to overpower.
Yeah. Apparently, as an aside, Walt is here because he's saying that his family's starving and he needs the money.
Yeah, so we should let him win because
Yeah, we need to let him win so that he can feed his family. So Sean, you're gonna do that, right?
Oh, heck no.
Okay, good. Yeah, funky big heads are real easy.
Yeah, see, you just jump up with them after they kind of respawn. You let them rebirth on the ground, and then they'll jump automatically, and you just go boop out of the air, and they fall down again. Just boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Should I move my webcam? I didn't realize this point so high up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I suppose real quick. Funky big heads. I don't remember the name of the classification that Buggy is.
I don't know. Fun fact: I actually know very little about the actual definitions of this game and stuff. I'm just really good at running it.
Yeah, so funky big heads, whatever the classification buggies are, and aerial beauties, they don't get air dashes. They instead get multiple jumps. So when you fight the funky big head models like Walt or aerial beauties, like if you're fighting Marcia, then you basically can just track them on wake up and chain knock them down after you get your first hit.
So again, if anyone wants me to change my webcam, it actually shows me, and apparently Saffron from Saffron Eden. I'm more than happy to. There's also a penguin statue there, so. But I can explain what's on the back shelf too, because we have my crafting supplies here.
And this is Shiner, who has another new model.
Lightning Sky, I know that one.
Yeah. Lightning Sky models, instead of having an air dash or a double jump, they just fly.
Yeah, and they're extremely annoying because they're not bulky, but they're I can't stun him. They down instead of being stunned. Then you have to chase them, knock them down, and then get in front of them, keep them below the walls, and then you can track them again. And there you go. They have very low defense, thankfully. But yeah, if they get away like this, then that's a problem. So you have to try always. Yeah. Again, they can't. They'll jump and then they'll do the little flight thing. But if you magic shoot them with a ground shot, because what I'm doing to drag the enemies towards me is I'm pushing A and B together. Also, hey, I won, praise me. Saves a very small amount of frames because the waiter doesn't talk.
Oh yeah, I suppose we didn't mention that attacks in the air and on the ground have different properties.
Yeah, per gun, except I think 2? I think Halo gun. No, Halo gun even is. There's like 2 guns I think which I don't have. I think standard may be one of them and another one.
Yeah. I think shotgun doesn't have different properties.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing that happens with shotgun is you don't get the end lag.
Yeah, and then shotgun. You can kind of cancel out that, and then Magnum is this exact same thing, and standard is the exact same thing. I think those are the 3 guns which don't change. But basically, if you push A and B together, which is really simple to do just by pushing the center, you'll do a grounded aerial shot. The game does teach you that in the green text in the last kind of baddie area. Where am I going? Day 5, Day 6, Steel Hearts. Cool.
Day 6 is Steel Hearts.
It's a tournament.
You are doing the tournament.
Also, I'll walk over here. The game has cutscene prompts or whatever, and it will always make you walk in from certain areas.
Yeah. But yeah, the grounded properties of the 3-way gun try to keep the enemy away, whereas there's a slight suction effect if you do them in the air.
Yeah. So and then with that, you can also repeat it a bunch of times. But if I do a grounded shot just by pushing the gun button, the B button on the GameCube control, you can have. Give me a sec here. There's a lot of green text to go through. So she doesn't get a name till day 9, even though she's been our neighbor for X amount of years.
Yeah. Talking order: Harry, Marcia, walk right, talk to Walt, bottom kid, top kid, woman, Sophia.
Again, every text box here is 3 inputs.
Girl, boy, right side boy, downstairs and boy.
So DB style here is going to show this child that their dreams are memes. This is the seal head. This is Walt's kid. It's the same thing. Is it just a damage sponge? And I don't know anyone who does not enjoy just beating up the seal heads. I'm gonna bear to keep my 1 or roll over. I'm gonna roll over. That's fine. You can rotate the control stick to make it go a little bit quicker too. I found that out recently, but then everyone stopped running the game.
Yeah. So, if your die collides with a wall, it kind of slows down the number rotation when you land. So it's like if you have like a 2, and you know that if you land, it'll roll over to a 6 by the time you gain control. You can throw it into a wall, and it'll allow you to maintain your 1 to instant break out of your cube.
So this is Dawn. This is what the Chinese restaurant owner looks like, and it definitely did not age well. And I'm pretty sure, again, I don't think the sushi restaurant is traditionally a Chinese restaurant. Yeah, but we also find him a giant noodle bowl.
Yeah.
So
the police also shut down his restaurant. So according to that scene.
Yeah, corpses are bad for our business. But so this used to be one of the most difficult battles for me. That I found out that his little raider takes 1 bullet to down. So you just keep hitting him. You jump up and you fire the 3-way gun. It's supposed to, but he just gets down immediately. Thank you, bomb. Weird.
That's the drill gun.
Yeah, the drill gun will always drag it close, but the metal light. The main reason we use it is it's just a good bulky robot. Here's some pods. I'll barely never use them ever until the very end boss. So enjoy them. That was a treat. The pods suck in this game. They really do. I would have put them on because they can do a bit of damage, and the Speed Pod D in particular, if you like using fighting game tech, if you are just neutral and just mash pod, it always aims at your target. And in the end boss, I will be staying away and just firing off a lot of pods and bombs to try to keep him still. Because the end boss is all sorts of Yeah, it's gonna say I'm gonna roll over. It's just garbage. So, thank you for waking me up. And like I said, that's the time save. That if you're lucky, that happens.
Yeah. This is an aerial beauty frame. It's similarly to Funky Big Heads. You can chase them down midair.
Mm-hmm.
Funky Big Head's in a little rage, although compared to Funky Big Heads, it is harder to track them down midair.
And she has freeze pods, which you saw obviously stun you. They're extremely, extremely annoying. I don't think you get them after you. No, you get access to Earth, so you could use that robot if you want. But now Marcia just beat Harry. Harry fell over comically, and now we're gonna be versing Evil, who doesn't want to be ignored. But Evil is actually he's always actually a good fight. He is actually, like, there's a weird difficulty curve in this game. We fight Marcia, she's probably the first big difficulty curve. Evil tends to be consistent. Like, I don't think he's ever really gotten harder throughout the entire game, but at the same time, I'm gonna just mash charge here, because he's gonna come at me. There you go. Reach your other dash, and then that, and air dash, air dash, air dash, do that. This is how, like, if once you know the enemy movement, air dash, air dash, air dash. Okay. You're supposed to turn there, but whatever. The problem is with the long thrust legs is I stunned myself there. I can't stop my momentum, but, like, if you want to, you can aim diagonally against the wall, too.
Trick flyers is what they
Thank you. Yes. Does it say there in the notes there?
No, I went on the custom Robo wiki.
You find out about Naruto?
No. Didn't we get that?
Yeah, we got rid of that, yeah.
Yeah.
There's Walt in the background with his mouth agape, again.
Yeah. Absolutely shocked that we beat up his kids.
Yeah. That's for later, too. Eventually versus daughter. Also, I can't stress this enough, although there's tons of dialogue in this game, the writing is, like, A+ for, like,
It's
memes. And
genuinely amazing.
yeah. Like, there's instances of, like, every single bench in the next day's area will have 2 dialogue boxes on each of them, ranging from, like, just snarky stuff to whatever. Thank you, Marcia. We're just gonna...
Yeah. For those of you familiar with fighting games, the charge on Metal Ape is very similar to a Shoryuken or Dragon Punch.
Yeah.
It's used for similar purposes, like getting out of combos or like trying to reverse a bad situation.
That's a spider.
That is a spider.
Dance, spider, dance! Yeah!
Spider pod.
I've never actually seen it not hit me. Also, the third option's faster here for once. Otherwise, Harry, and there'll be an awkward pause and all this other stuff, but now we choose to go home, and we're off to the lab.
Yeah, since we've got a little bit more mashing before the next bit of gameplay, do we have any donations?
Or do you want to plug anything?
We do not. We do not have any donations, but I would like to plug in that we're really creeping up to the last year amount that was raised for Extra Life. So last year's Slurpathon raised $2,510, and we're already at $2,010. Literally like $500 away in the middle of the second day. All the proceeds are going directly to the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation as unrestricted funds. This means the hospital decides where and how the money, where to spend the money, to ensure the dollars raised makes the biggest impact possible, which is absolutely incredible. Middle of the second day, sitting at $2,010. It's absolutely unbelievable. Y'all are amazing.
We're gonna try to do this while it's down. You can click, like, this time I can't hide it because I'm on webcam. So I'm slowly trying to get the $50 donation done before I get the run done. So I slowly get the donate thing, and I got the... There's a lot of talking here, but like I will point out two things. I gotta make sure I do not do the wrong hand gesture there. Like I said, there's a bunch of benches that all have unique dialogue boxes. There's going to be a chocolate bar which has its own story arc if you were to come back and wander after this day was done. Otherwise we have to talk to everyone. Also, these chairs are horrible looking. Like, yeah, really bad.
The first bench that he talked to in this hallway, your hero DB Styles was saying that they look horribly uncomfortable, and he doesn't understand how people sit on them.
Yeah. There's this one, I think, here for the sign. Yeah. All the scientists are smelly, confirmed. Like, there's a lot of small little details, and again, here's the chocolate bar. That guy I just talked to, the first one, he eventually steals the chocolate bar. There's a break-in that happens later. Everyone comes in the next day. And he was going to replace it, but then the guy at the north of the room is assuming that the Z Syndicate, the big baddies of the group, are the ones that came in and stole his chocolate bar. There's no other reason they would have broken into a super secret lab.
Also, that nerd has a unique model and portrait for no apparent reason.
What, Sophie?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a battler in Grand Battle.
Oh.
So she's one of the ones you fight in the Ladies' Cup. And also the Lab Cup here. So look at this door. Oh no, we don't have time for this anymore. Goodbye. That was the entire investigation we did. That's the trigger to start this one, which we normally would be talking to Harry and Marcia, checking the desk and saying if there's any bombs. Just proof we don't really need to... Like Harry's looking at a whiteboard or something. I don't know. No bombs there, and then talk to Marcia, and it progresses. The text box says I should talk to Marcia and Harry. You don't have to talk to Harry at all. You can skip it. So we are going to... There we go. We go back in the room that we were just at, and oh my goodness, there's a person here. Hello, person.
Top room. Go back to the first room on the right. Interact with the person who is probably trying to steal things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Let's go 2018. Trying to steal things.
Mm-hmm.
Making notes that
1 second.
are perfectly useful for commentary.
I just realized that I'm loading up the tab, and yeah, it just had a audio bleed. Sorry. Now we're gonna chase down this. This is a Strike Vanisher, but he's a very bad version of a Strike Vanisher. He's a glaive. No one likes it.
Yeah. There are 3 Strike Vanisher fights back to back here, and these first 2 are pretty inconsequential.
Oh, he actually hit me with his charge, and he killed himself. Okay,
wow.
Cool.
Good job, Glaive. You did something.
Yeah. So you did a thing you shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have. That's it. So now we're gonna walk out this room, and oh my goodness, second fight. That's like this person is actually relatively easy. It's actually the same model we fought in the park on day 2 with Anthony, and it's not much smarter, and it can't really get away from you very easily in this arena. Just gonna hold down the A button, get the roll as low as possible, fire off a center bomb S to stun him, walk up, do the close range shot twice, then a ground one, and then he'll dash. Oh, didn't go the opposite way. I still got with the center bomb S. The center bomb S is the most broken thing in the game as far as I'm concerned.
Just yeah, it does good damage, and it doesn't do a lot of shield break.
Yeah.
Its whole purpose is to just cause a stagger, and allows you to close distance and combo off of it.
And now we go back up to the room where we just were again, and here's the person which I actually respect, because
yeah.
Also there's I don't have time for this. Apparently the desk beside it. The hitboxes for interactable things is way too generous for what it is.
This third guy is similarly using a Strike Vanisher, and he has one of the more powerful weapons in the game, the shotgun.
Yep. Good old shotgun, it can down the metal ape in a single hit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's our bulk goes away, but it does a ton of damage, and you're on a stage entirely made of ice. So you want to do the Static Bomb S.
Something damage.
Yeah, you want to do the Static Bomb S going into it. Sorry. There you go, got it perfect.
That's a really spooky fight, because if he gets one hit on you, like you have to completely reset, try and figure out how you're going to approach. It gets really bad.
Yeah. So now we have to exit. I'm not going to choose run away because I've shown off enough things as it is. You have 3 options: fight, negotiate, and run away. The first 2 don't really take up any time, really. The third one will make you comically run away from this person attacking your friend, who her fan is going through her shoulder blade, but that's beside the point. The character models are great. Also, all I have to do is mash A, then mash start to start the battles. So... I'm slowly trying to get that donation through. I'm not as fast as computers and people think I am. You got a 2. Bomb should be able to hit there in time? Nope. Okay. Oh, barely did. Neat. So that's the long thrust legs for distance. That's why I like it. A lot of runners actually don't use the long thrust legs because it overshoots their target. But I like the idea
just
of...
shoot it well.
Yeah. And we're just gonna try our best to keep her on the ground because this is an illegal Robo. It has 5 jumps, I think, and she can basically hit the skybox if she wants. There we go.
Yeah, I think this is Athena, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so this is our first encounter with an illegal Robo. They just have higher stats than every other standard Robo.
I hit my global hotkey, sorry. I don't know what time it is anymore for my splits.
Whoops.
Is the timer still going on the stream still?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. I forgot my keypad is my global hotkeys, so... My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, illegal parts and robos.
Yep. Not choosing go home on that day is one of the longest trips back.
Yep.
Because you have like 5 loading screens to go through.
Yeah, everything is more or less consistent. I did test emulator, Wii, GameCube, and Wii's like processing power mode. We're also going to go to Bogies today. We're going to see a giant robot with an eye patch.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. He flies like Puma Man from Mystery Science Theater 3000's thing. Still my favorite movie from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yep. It's a good one.
Yeah. So... but yeah, if it gets up into the skybox, it's extremely annoying. This fight coming up isn't the worst in the grand scheme of things, but it can get away from me pretty quickly because, again, they're illegal parts. The way they base parts being illegal or legal isn't based off like how well you can use them in this world. It's based on how much mental damage it can do to the person receiving them. So when they're making the parts, this is the game's lore. That's also the eye patch robot, so that's Rahu. You have, let's say, the 3-way gun. The 3-way gun is made so within, a robot, a robattle, or whatever you want to call it. I know this game. I know this spin run. Don't worry. I clearly do. I'm going to do Center Bomb S here off the start, stun him, jump in, do the close range twice, and do 1 ground shot, keep him elevated so he can't fly away. And he wants to be annoying, but whatever. But illegal robots, they don't have the same restraints that the weapons have. And because of that, I saw you charging. There's an iframes with the red on the metal ape there. He's going to fly this way, we're going to meet him here. His flight tends to drop in height, so he can't make it over certain walls if he flies from a certain distance. And you kind of want to do that. Keep a note for probably 20 minutes or 30 minutes from now. I'll be refighting that Robo. And just, for whatever reason, they decided to increase his AI by, like...
I'm still convinced that they used the wrong AI there.
Yeah. Like, there's, for whatever reason, the refight with Rahu 1 is, like, arguably the harder fight versus the end boss. Only thing is, he doesn't have the firepower, but I've seen a lot of new runners die, like, 13 times against that fight, but then beat this one perfectly fine, or the previous one. So, we're gonna do a charge. Oh, you didn't jump! You jerk. You're supposed to jump into that charge there. So rude. Keep him in the air. Beat him there. Again, this is where you have to know how all the enemies kind of move to keep advantage, because this is another Lightning Sky model, but it has defense. So you want to know how to kind of track them down and do whatever, and then there you go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Unfortunately, the that one has a much easier time getting away than the lightning sky that he fought in the underground tournament.
It flies like a moron. There you go.
Yep. True.
So now they're going to come here and go, oh my goodness, that's a picture. And I'm not going to tell you anything, goodbye. That's basically what they did. And all of a sudden, Marcia thought she saw her brother. She's kind of freaking out right now. Harry tells us to go home. We're going home. And now we're going to have an entire day worth of double battles. Which totally doesn't ruin every single pace, every single PB attempt for every single runner.
Also, oh boy, let's see, how many steps is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 22-step movement notes. Oh baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of talking in this hall before it happens too. We're going to talk to Ernest. It's really easy to talk to Harry or Marcia there if you click too early. And they're going to walk to the police center, but just before they do, there's going to be one small dialogue box. There you go. I can actually finish doing this, because this is this auto-scrolling, so... I don't know why Jazz Hands proves my hands are not on the control, but, you know, whatever. There we go. So now we have to hold up around this guy. I always end up walking into him, we hold up left. And this is the General Viper from Chrono Cross as a cameo. Look at him. Great.
And here we learn that we must swerve and protect.
Yes, it's also it says Tag Tournament Convention on the backboard there. So we're at a convention right now.
Yeah.
Anyone who's having convention withdrawal because of obviously pandemic, this hopefully will make it up for you. And this is how many people you have to talk to progress the story. It's horrible. Also, these two children as well, because you know that's a thing.
Yeah, remember not to talk to the parts generator there.
Oh, I did miss you. There you go.
Yep.
So now this is going to be a giant tournament. I just want to point out this entire area here is the exact same NPC character. If you talk to them through the entire tournament while you're here, they actually forget who their partners are, how many wins they have, and who they partnered up with. It's a very fourth wall breaking thing. And even when I was going around the room talking to everyone, they actually mentioned that they're there just to fill out the brackets because they're no-name characters. The translation had a really great time.
Yeah.
Alright, so we want to go after yellow first. But green, honestly, is a seal head, so, you know, gotta do what we do to seal heads.
Hey, Shawnee.
Yeah.
Thank you for your $50 donation saying did it. Total to $2,000 or $2,060. Excuse me. Goodness gracious.
Oh, it's fine. And the thing is, this again, like I said, the Stalder is extremely close to my heart. It's helped my nieces before. It's helped a lot of my family, or friends and family and stuff like that. Like, it's part of the network. It is something I just feel so strongly about. But I always wanted to prove, like, yeah, I'm doing it now. And the donation can be to the next runner's choice, where they want to allocate the funds. I couldn't type that much during the break of walking.
Oh, you mean the next runner's choice, or just
next runner's choice?
Okay.
They can decide where the $50 go.
That is Zello. I will hit him up right now. He's in chat. Zello, if you heard that, you have $50 to put towards any incentive. Thank you, Shawnee.
You're welcome. So this is Anthony and Thomas. Even though they were arch rivals over the whole park fight thing, they're now best friends, and they like to beat each other up.
Yep.
So, but this is also arguably one of the harder fights of the day because there's a three-way gun and a Gatling gun against you, and if they double team you, you're dead.
A Gatling gun, if memory serves, it downs on first hit and can essentially just lock you forever.
And you can see how extremely overpowering the three-way gun is because that's what we're using for the entire run. Yeah. So, yes, I see your charge.
Unfortunately, Harry swapped off of using the Gatling gun. He used it in the first fight, and now he's like, "Nah, I'm too cool for it."
There's a really annoying thing to know is during this tournament. Go away. Oh, well, just do it. Okay. Hello, Yellow. Long dash ahoy. Harry actually does have a shotgun in this tournament. So he refuses to use it for like most every other part of the game except for this one tournament. And that annoys me because, yeah.
Like, it's one of the best guns in the game, and he just decides not to.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's great. That's wonderful.
But yeah, Harry's loadout actually changes with every fight in the game.
They're not good.
Yeah, most of his loadouts aren't good. He does have a couple of standouts, but nothing especially good.
No. I think the worst one's Roy, because the battles that he's in, he has a Magnum, but it doesn't really do anything, really.
Yeah.
Alright. Actually, I have to concentrate on this one, because I have to take out Yellow first, and he rolled badly, so that's good. Yellow, there we go. You can switch who you're targeting with the Y button. And I need to take out Yellow first for the most part. Please go away, Green. Okay, whatever.
Yellow's important to take down first because of
Freeze
drill gun
pods!
and freeze pod, yeah.
Yeah. They're both extremely annoying to get around. For the most part, you can focus on whoever's closest to you and kind of do whatever. I'll leave Harry to deal with Yellow, because like at that point, 65 HP, he should be able to, but on other times, it's gonna fail. But he has a 3-0 gun as well, so just...
This is one of his best loadouts, honestly.
Yeah. So you see alternating, I have a thermos and I have a Pepsi beside me, so I'm trying to alternate between a cold drink and a hot drink for my voice. Because I literally just did another marathon yesterday. I have to commentate a Pokemon tournament tomorrow. So.
Oh yeah. So here we have Walt and Woman.
Now named Carmen.
Yeah.
It took her 9 days to figure out our neighbor's name.
Yep. Yeah. So Walt was fighting in the underground tournament to afford a toupee.
Yes.
And he and Carmen are fighting over who gets to spend the money from this tournament if they win.
Yeah, it's either going to be a designer bag or it's going to be toupees. It's not for money. That's the problem. So now they're going to take out the anger on us because they love each other.
Yep.
Actual quote.
Yep.
Come here.
Oh god, I forgot that he's using Twin Fang.
Yep. This is basically a battle you're doing yourself.
Yeah, this is like the third time Harry's used Twin Fang, and it keeps doing literally nothing.
It's arguably the worst gun in the game. You can also see Harry's constantly hitting me, which has caused my shields to go down. Those 3 little bars, and because of he actually finished the battle though. I'll take that.
Yeah.
But
actually, I can't remember if that's Twin Fang or vertical gun.
That's vertical. Twin Fang is the one that shoots like straight up and then straight down.
Oh right.
So vertical gun's not bad. Twin Fang, I think he does use at one point in time too. I think versus the twins or something.
Right.
Also, that is okay. I messed that up. Also, I love Robo battles.
I love Robo battles
because this particular fight, you want to take out both. There's no easy choice. The yellow one has a bubble gun. The other guy is extremely annoying and will peck at you and cost a lot of HP. So basically, whoever's closest will die. So, green, you win the lottery. I'm going to go after green. Green, unfortunately, has a little bit less HP, but we're going to try to get rid of green as fast as possible because he's a Peregrine. But yellow is extremely annoying because, well, Bubblegum is actually way stronger than it sounds.
Yeah.
And then, basically Harry did no damage at that point to yellow during that time I took out green. So that's just.
And he also just stunned you with standard bomb S.
Yep. Great. Twice. And then there you go. That's exactly how useful the computers are in matches. He lost 400 HP and he was not near anyone the entire time, blowing himself up with pods and bombs. Try to get a PV.
Yeah, it's a hard game to take seriously.
It's a great speed run, but
Yeah.
I officially retired from doing PB attempts. There's no amount of money in the world that would make me do it.
Barring
No, there's,
just get found.
yeah, exactly. Something has to break in the game, and it's not looking likely.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best. This game has some of the strongest bounds of any game I have witnessed.
Yeah. You can't
Trying-
clip, you can't do anything. This is also Roy, like in yellow, Mira is green. I want to take out yellow first. And because Roy hates Harry, he tends to focus him down a lot. So you see yellow has a blue arrow above his head. That means that... watch for lava. There you go. Lava tiles do 100 points of damage no matter what, so if you can get the enemy in there like that, you can get a good chunk of damage, push it back in for another 100-something.
Yep. Also, Roy has a Magnum, which is similarly to Shotgun, a one-hit knockdown, except it does like 200 damage.
Yep, and it only works if it's extremely close range, and he's a strike vanisher, so he can literally appear right behind you and hit
Nothing
you.
personnel, kid.
Yep,
Roy is one of the most dangerous robos in the game.
yeah. That is... What is it? Because it's Javelin, Glaive, and what was the other one?
Javelin Glaive and quietly reopens.
Also, Evil is a really nice person. Marcia got switched out for our partner mid-tournament because that's completely legal. It doesn't affect the standings whatsoever.
Halberd.
There you go, thank you. But because Evil is such a nice guy, he doesn't want to verse Marcia, or he doesn't want to verse me at 2v1, so he told his lackey to stand aside. So this entire doubles tournament is now void. We have a new partner, which is kind of there, and now we're going to be fighting Evil on a 1v1 during a 2v2 tournament. Because, you know. Also, this is how easy Evil is, if you can just track him. So. Oh. Also, I'm not sitting in my normal chair, I'm sitting in the kitchen chair, because otherwise I just swivel back and forth and make creaky noises.
So really quick,
Yeah.
we don't have any more donations coming in, but I really would like to put out there. So the $50 Shauny went to Zello's incentive to play a 27 plus difficulty chart during his next block on Pump It Up X2. That puts the amount to $147.99. And the goal to hit that incentive is $150. So really only $2.01 to hit that incentive. If you want to see some really, really difficulty Pump It Up play, let's hit that goal.
Absolutely. Alright, so yellow needs to die. Like I said before in other things, you want to focus on one or the other. Bees. Linda has a bee gun, or hornet gun technically. And she's a Lightning Sky model, and that's exactly what it does. They fly everywhere, and they can down you, and they actually have extreme tracking on them. So you want to just follow her as fast as possible, get rid of her as fast as possible. And this is also when we're fighting with Marcia. You can see I have not really been hit by my partner yet, and that's because she's actually competent and actually has decent pods and bombs. And we're versing Ernest as well, and he has a sniper gun. But he's not really the worst.
Yeah. This is where I like to plug beesbeesbees.com.
Yep. Which is an unsafe domain, or not unsafe. It's like not secure, but it does technically still work.
Oh, it still does. I thought the website went down.
Yeah, you have to look it up via Google.
Okay.
It's just a GIF of you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, but they replace all of bees, and everyone's screaming and holding their hands, their faces. It's great.
Well,
it's a powerful website.
Yeah.
It's applicable in like all of the speed games.
Most of the ones Ghost Kuma runs, because he tends to run games that have bees in it for some reason.
Holy crap! Yeah, like 4 of his speed games. Yeah.
So now that wasn't the end of the day. We actually still have to go to dinner because whatever. We're gonna be mean to the landlady. I can't tell her where I'm going, and she's sad now. I
And
just
then you
wanted to.
Right.
There's no time save.
But yeah, according to the movement notes, Sean, that was suboptimal.
Yep. Well, someone's showing off the chocolate bar, showing off all these other things and benches. Like, okay, so I should explain. This is also, you can potentially get the watch and do something weird here, but just do the top option, so it's fine. This is the end of day 9. We have day 10 and day 11, which are very quick, and day 12. Now, if you're looking at the estimate going, wow, why does it say 2 hours and 10 minutes, or whatever the heck I submitted it with, because I actually can't remember. Yeah, day 12 is like a third of the game.
Yeah. Depending on your run, it could be more than a third of the game.
I have a save file explicitly to play just day 12 as practice. It's really bad.
Yeah, I suppose we should mention that he's playing without a memory card because it is faster at every load prompt because it's like, hey, there's no memory card. And that's it. It doesn't prompt you to save.
Yeah. Also, I will point out, because I technically haven't in a while and whatever, I am the world record holder in every category in this game. There is one category I'm happy to race any person. I will never go for a PB attempt because I managed to get a sub 2 hour time in this game. I would not recommend doing that because I ran this game 4 times. There's roughly 13,000 inputs needed for mashing if you do the text boxes times by 3 and plus extra ones you're doing while mashing. I did 4 runs a day for 4 weeks to get that time. Also, table clip here.
Hey, well, check this out. So we have a $50 donation coming in from Captain Mop. We reached out to the individual on Discord. So $2.01 going to that incentive for the 27 plus play. So Zaylu, thank you so much. Yay, you're going to be showcasing some really hard stuff on your next block. And
Awesome.
then the rest is going to be going to the a la carte Sprite for Super Mario, or what, SMZ3, sorry, pardon, Super Mario.
Close enough.
Super Mario. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much for the donation. That puts our total to... Wait, is another donation coming through? Let me refresh. Pardon me. Yes, we have another donation that just came through. Anna with $25 saying, yo, that Delphi commentator is really cute.
Yeah.
Yo, that Delphi commentator is really cute sounding. Is he single? Delphi?
That was my girlfriend that just popped that in. Oh, no. No, I'm not single.
That puts a total of $2,135.01, creeping up, just getting close to that previous Slurpathon record of $2,510.13 last year for Extra Life. So we're rolling up there.
Yeah, try to beat that limit before I'm done. There's still a lot of time to do that.
Absolutely.
So
make sure to use that donation command.
Yeah. So basically, this day 10 is we are here under police supervision to test our limits, and these are the battles I have to do. I have to do theoretically 4 battles. There's 2 against regular police officers. Hello, don't do the dash, please. Thank you. The iframes on the Metal Apes charge is obscene, for the record.
Yeah, it is the entire length of the animation.
Yeah, and there's a 0 startup. So if you want to be able to, if you see them initially start doing their charge animation, if you can get to the button fast enough, and you're not already shooting and stuff like that, you're more than golden. So there we go. That's the Strike Vanisher. That's going to be the 3rd last Strike Vanisher, I think, in the game. So, minus the, Oboro and stuff. I'm just javelins and glaives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're really not fun to fight. The first one was a little defender, I think. I don't know what their thing is. They're like a Lightning Sky model, but they're bulkier.
Let's take a look.
Oh no, I have to do another battle here because Linda wants to intervene, so I have to verse the bee lady again.
So let's see. We're talking about Peregrine.
Yeah, there's Peregrine, Strike, and Swift are those 3.
Yeah,
but there's a different kind for the defender.
I'm looking. No, Defender's just a Lightning Sky.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
It's a bulky one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I was saying before about like the PB attempts, like I would not recommend people to try to beat my time ever. But like the game, honestly, casually for like first time speedruns is probably 2 hours and maybe 30 minutes, or if you take into account deaths and stuff like that. The strats we have are not for everyone, but if you're able to play this game and just play it casually, thank you, bees. There we go. If you can play the game casually, you can speedrun the game. But there's no, Will you please stop shooting bees at me? I'm trying to explain other things and not have to focus. Wow. There we go. Like if you can play this game casually, you can speedrun it. And it's a really fun thing to do, just to sit down and play. Other than the mashing, like you don't have to even do it at a very fast pace. Like all I'm doing is that for a pace. And once you get the timing down, you're more or less fine. But it does take a while, and it's really hard to do a run after a run because you've already done 13,000 mashing inputs, and doing another 13,000 is not really recommended.
So much mashing.
There is. That's actually the only thing is like there's as of right now no turbo is allowed on the leaderboard, but I am trying to get the other mods to agree to that so that people can just play with a turbo control or a turbo function on the emulator. But as of right now, there's nothing. I'm trying to change that right now because it prevents people from being able just to pick up the game. And I always want to make any speed game I do accessible to as many people as possible as well. So this is Roy. I always forget I'm fighting him because he's extremely easy.
By himself, he doesn't get to use that fancy magnum of his.
It's center bomb S and you just close into. I can't drink and talk at the same time in MASH. But yeah, that's Roy. And normally when I'm doing these days, I always forget I actually did fight him. Because by the time I'm done reading chat or answering a question, the battle's over.
Very. Yeah. Unless you.
Oh, you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. You got cut off on my end. I didn't hear.
Yeah, I cut myself off.
Okay.
Oh, someone just left.
Oh, I'm gonna roll over. I hit the... Yeah, cool. Come on, Mira, hit me. Nope. Nope. Okay, cool. We're gonna stay here for 6 seconds and not have anything done.
Yeah, there's just some pods out there for some reason. Gosh, what was I gonna say?
My Discord broke, excuse me. So if you heard somebody left, it kicked me and now I'm back. So apologies.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Man.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, this is Mira. We hate her.
Yeah, Mira is actively the worst.
Yeah, Delphi pointed out a long time ago, everyone's like, oh, the Mira fight's not that bad, you get her as a partner. Yeah, her gun is backwards what you want, because it shoves opponents when it hits them. And it shoves them away from you, so therefore you can't do your combo. And this is extremely annoying, so...
And again, when we get her as a partner, I'll point out exactly why she is the worst. Oh yeah, so I guess it hasn't been mentioned yet, but this is the S-class exam, I think.
We don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Because like this is after this is done, we'll have one more. And they're like, here's an S license. And like, we don't have those exist.
Yeah, we don't even have C licenses.
Yeah, they cost a lot of money, and that's the reason why apparently Marcia, or Hitsune Mimiko, or whatever her name is, I don't know the other one.
Yeah.
She can't afford, or she wants to be a police officer to find out where her brother goes, but she can't afford it because the pay stinks at Steel Hearts. But the S license exam costs zero money. There was also a follow-up to this game on the DS, not complete story-wise, but that game does use money to buy parts, and it's an extremely good game. So let me leave. Custom Robo Arena, like the way they have it is like after every battle you get money, and then you can use that money to buy the parts that you want. This one is like the more you fight, the more parts get unlocked. So if I go out of my way eventually in the maze to fight more and more things, I'll eventually unlock the dragon gun and shotgun and all this other stuff. But again, it's slow to touch the parts generator, so we're going to completely leave that alone. which really sucks. There's a lot of really cool items in this game. The metal ape is not ideal for new runners because it's very chunky. It doesn't really move very well, and you have to be really you have to have a lot of foresight while doing air dashes. The Rayo 1 is too brittle, but its air dashes, if you do neutral ones, will always home in on the enemy. And also, this is Rahu 1 refight, so I'm actually going to focus. I just realized that.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, this is not the same AI I fought on first fight on day 8. This is now day 10, so 2 save or prompts. Oh, you land on the fence. Good for you, Rahu. Let's see if I can do this nicely. Cut him off. Push him on the ground. Nope, still down me. Okay, I'm happy with that. For whatever reason, like if you would casually play this, I don't know if you can always see my stuck in there for some reason concentrating. The AI can zone you perfectly, and I hate it. I really, really hate that fight.
Yeah, there's a running theory that the AI that runs that Rahu 1 refight was actually supposed to be the Rahu 2 fight later on in the game. But nope, it's not here.
Yeah, because the Rahu 2 fight doesn't fight right, it's not very challenging, and it's not very aggressive, which more fits to the original AI of the first Rahu 1 fight we do. And now we are going to diamonds again.
Yeah.
Again, I'm still using paper notes. So. I don't care what people say. I still use paper notes doing things. They're useful. Oh, I think my hero's neck just broke walking past Lucy there.
Yeah, I can't believe DB Styles is going to have to go to the Alberta hospital to get his neck checked out.
Yeah, it's
a good thing that we're putting on this marathon to raise money for Alberta hospitals so that they can afford to help our hero out.
Dude, we're in Canada. Just saying.
Yeah. I know exactly. Dude, I know that. It's just I needed a segue.
Fair enough. Also, this is the other twin. We fought her on day 7, but now all of a sudden she's left-handed. Or right-handed now. One of the two. Either way, there's twins. We keep calling them twin fights and stuff like that. It's pretty obvious. For some reason, she's easier than the previous fight. I don't know why. I've always had an easier time with this one than the initial fight. So we're going to quickly...
I feel like it's like a perception thing because this is coming right after Rahu 1 refight, so it's like everything's easier.
Down. Now she's gonna jump away. Center bomb S when she lands, because everyone has landing leg when they land. But you can use that advantage and time the center bomb S to hit, like there. And you also can shoot and kind of keep your momentum. So if you're on the ground, so you'll see me slide a lot. I'm using that to get around while still attacking. It's not 100% needed, but it does help to get around corners every now and then. But also, you can also mess it up and slide in the lava, so, you know.
Hold it.
So, she's gonna walk through the tables to the right of her, even though there's technically no exit over there. Like when Marcia ran through a holographic demonstration display. I don't know what it was in the lab. But
and also,
we have
when the police chief folded his arms through his torso.
Yep. Yeah, it does a lot of weird clipping things when it comes to the graphics. Or just like, there's no exit over there. Also, yellow needs to die ASAP. This is Oboro. He has a worm gun. The worm gun is honestly the most... Thank you, Sergey, for the air dash. Is honestly the most broken thing in the game for illegal weapons, as far as I'm concerned. Minus things you can really exploit, like the Crystal Strike gun and all these other ones. But it shoots 3, well, dragons, the worm. Okay, there we go. And okay, now Sergey got hit. Yeah, it's still 1,000 HP at the end of that, so... Good job, AI. AI partners.
Big fan
it
of
can down you, it can do roughly 300 points of damage. It's extremely overpowered. Pause before I get hit. Some
Hey,
extra
Sean,
damage.
is it okay if I read in a quick donation?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, this is just a mindless fight for me.
Awesome work. All right, so we have a $50 donation from Kefka Circus saying, divide my donation evenly across all these incentives for Final Fantasy IV names. Terralock, looking to name Lock Gao, name Sabin. I posted that up in the runners channel in the Slurpathon Discord. So thank you so much for the $50 donation. That raises the total to $2,185.
That's great.
Thank you very much.
So now we were initially went there, investigated the incident, and we were gonna go where we're supposed to go, is go see the police chief here, and we're gonna learn that this world is actually in an apocalyptic state, and I'm gonna remember the world is flat and has a huge wall. Because that's the correct answers, unlike the world is round and has a huge wall. Which I actually did on the Questing for Glory run, but that's beside the point. But when it comes down to it is... I will explain the text dump later. This is also the world's most sensitive bathroom in the world. I'll show that off later too. I don't have a timer anymore. What's the time at right now for the run? I should be nearing like an hour 31 or something.
You're currently at, from what I'm looking at, so an hour, 28 minutes, and 13 seconds.
Oh, neat. I'm not on PB pace for bad ending, but... It's... Honestly, I'm on a sub 204 pace right now, I think. Which is honestly ridiculous, because...
Yeah.
Second place is 206, I think, if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
Or it's my PB is sub 2. It's 159.20. So I'm the only one in the community right now who can consistently do sub 205 times. And even with donation incentives and naming screens and showing off, I think I'm still on pace to get sub 204 right now. Which is kind of dumb. But hey, this is my speed game. This is my... Of all the games I run, this is the one I take the most pride in. Also, I don't know why I'm mashing this. It's auto-scrolling.
Yeah.
But it's still the funnest run for me. And if I can boot this game up and play it again and raise money for charities or organizations or individuals, I absolutely love it. Hello, Sun Knight. So we're going to learn the world is actually destroyed, and Rahu's the one who caused it. And long and short of things is he actually decided... He used to be a spirit. And the reason everything's fine is the dome that we live in has a kind of field on it which prevents the spirit from coming in and destroying our world. So no walks of shame. We are going to be walking home, or not walking home.
That is similarly one of the longest walks in the game, if you choose not to.
Yeah, so if you always choose wander, you always have to go home and sleep yourself. Because of that, I can now say I've done no walks of shame.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just as a quick reference, for the rest of the game, it's 311 lines of notes. For just this day, it is 65 lines.
Yep.
For just day 12.
This is basically the last of the run, and this is day 12. So we have a bad ending category in Custom Robo, and if you were to say no to the police chief, once I get to the station here 20 times, it will fade to black. That is where time would be. So if you want to do a run of this game without doing the hardest battles in the game or the biggest text dump, and just it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours maybe for newer runners. Oh, sorry, not an hour and a half. Hour and a half is my PB. Probably like an hour 40. You say I go, but if you say no 20 times there's a bunch of unique dialogue pops that come there. I think...
Sergey, that scum.
Yeah, Sergey's always scum. Also, I will show this off just before I hit the thing here. Everyone was going to get into the bathroom, hit the thing to go to the train. But if you go right here, yeah, if you reach for the toilet paper, the door opens. So I don't trust that door.
Yeah,
also, it's also an elevator where there's a vase on a pedestal there.
That toilet definitely deserves to go on toilets with intimidating auras.
Yes, it does. But yeah, everything about this game, honestly, to me, is like an ideal speedrun. Here we see Don again. He's gonna... basically, the story of him in the game is he always has bad luck, and there's lots of earthquakes, and earthquakes are now proven to be basically you taking a train beneath his restaurant. Like, there more and more investigating is going on, and again, also auto-scrolling. Oh, yeah, so what I was finishing before is Rahu it used to be a spirit, and then it decided to possess a child's toy, thus being, a custom Robo model, and it's been growing ever since, but because of that, it can now enter the last of the world. And that's why everyone uses them like Yu-Gi-Oh decks to solve their issues. This is the Zed's hideout. I'm Canadian, so it's Zed. Despite all the community being American and always trying to correct me. Zed Syndicate, Zed Hideout, Zedra.
This is a charity marathon for a Canadian hospital, or for Canadian hospitals. So
You'll allow it?
It is the Zed Syndicate today.
There you go.
With that, speaking about raising funds for a Canadian hospital, specifically the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation, we have a $20 donation coming in from Trank89 saying, "Thank you all for the generosity this year. Let's crush last year's total. Put this towards naming Gao from Final Fantasy IV Captain Mop. Celebrate his victory from last year's race." And yes, just plugging that in again. So the total currently right now, we're sitting at $2,205.01. Last year's total, Race for Extra Life, was $2,510. So we are very, very close to surpassing last year's goal, or last year's amount raised, pardon me.
Well, we can probably do that before the end of the run. We still got a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I believe in it. Chat, get those donations in.
Chat, don't make me a liar.
Chat, get hyped. Look at all these robots.
Oh, I got him right before he hit the lava, actually. I was hoping the lava would finish him.
Dang.
I was hoping to do it. You could do a basketball dribble. If you hit a robot into the lava, they normally bounce up really quickly. If you use a three-way gun or another gun and hit them, it stops their vertical momentum and makes them go back down. So you can kind of basketball dribble them into the lava. And you can do a lot of damage because it's consistent. There's no damage scaling on lava. It's like 110 to 130 based on the Robo model. And my PB attempt, I did 6 in a row on the fights coming up. I'm mad about that too, because if I ever want a PB attempt, I have to do that again, and the game's completely random for how every battle plays out.
Yeah, when we did a viewing party for Sean's PB, everyone was like, "There's no way this is actually the sub 2." There's like, it's basic. Like, he's making all these tiny mistakes everywhere. Wait, hold up.
Yeah, then all of a sudden I got a 50 gold time split on the Zed hideout split I have. So it's like, oh, okay. So the hardest battles of the game, I saved nearly a minute. So like,
Well, and that's a quick question I want to throw in. How long have you been speedrunning this game? Like, when did you start?
This would have been 2016.
Oh, wow.
Or no, 2015?
Wow.
Yeah, it's going on 4 years, I think, now at this point. I used to just stream extremely casually and just do a couple RPGs, and I did like Chrono Cross and some other ones before I even had like 10 followers on Twitch. And I started I'm like, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna casually beat Custom Robo because I really enjoy Custom Robo, and I beat it in 2 streams. And I'm like, that only took me like 5 hours. I'm like, I'm just gonna try a speedrun, and then I did it, and then the entire community found me, and then they taught me all this stuff, and now I own the community of the Discord and all the PVs. So, yeah, they brought it upon themselves.
Yeah, it's true.
And then Delphi did the 12-hour challenge.
Yeah, a little bit after that.
Yeah. But the PB when I started was 2:15 for the world record.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
So we've knocked it down over 16 minutes, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. and then I got inspired to join because of the Loser's Choice tournament that happened, and I watched Ghost Kumo do his runs of that. And like, even if you don't know what's happening in this game, it's got so much style.
It aged very well, minus Harry and Don.
Yeah,
those are the two parts. Like, even if you check what the music name is and like the not credits, but the screen. Okay, this is the one I hate, and I think I'm gonna get a bad roll. I am. This is a level where there's 2 pits of lava and 2 conveyor belts going opposite directions. This is where I got the 6 lava dunks. So this is where all my time save is immediately disappearing if I were doing a PB attempt, because I have to get him over a lava pool and then perfectly time the throwing gun shot to basically basketball dribble him in.
Yeah, and this is a Metal Ape with the vertical gun, which vertical gun is very, very rude.
Yeah, it likes to push you around. There we go.
It's also very hard to finish off a Metal Ape. Like,
yeah, so that, but like a minute faster somehow. It would have been my PB attempts run of that. It's really, really dumb. And that's honestly why I was able to get such a low time. So I kept trying to break the sub 2 barrier for 9 months or something. As I was like 2 hours and 15 seconds, 2 hours and 10 seconds, 2 hours and 5 seconds. And then I never was able to... I got a couple 205s, and then that run happened because that one lava thing, and I got 159.20. That's where all my time save came from, apparently. Do I keep the 1?
Also, Underpants Man is the last of the regular Zed soldiers for this hideout.
Yeah. You're gonna respect him because he's a shot. Yeah, there you go.
He has a shotgun. It is on Metal Bear? No, this isn't Bear.
Ox.
This is Ox. Yeah.
Thankfully, his charge is bad, but everything else about him is extremely intimidating.
Metal Ox, even though his charge is like pretty bad in terms of control, it still has ridiculous iframes. Like,
yes. Unfortunately, unlike the unlike the Metal Ape's iframe startup, there is a very small window you can still hit the Metal Ox. So if you do both charges between both robots, you will win. If you want to take into consideration like a tech throw or something for fighting games for turns, like if you would win every single time on that one. This fight's great because this robot's dumb. He's too fast for the stage, and he slowly runs into the lava if you just leave him.
Yeah. Also, for the in the previous room, that's where you get the tutorial that you can short hop attack with A and B. And in this room, I think it's like the last tutorial in the game, and they teach you about illegal parts.
The scientist after this is the one that teaches you.
Yeah.
This little guy is a peregrine. He runs around really fast, and he's really hard to track down. You jump up, you try to shoot him, he'll fall down. Hit him, keep him near the ground, jump up, shoot him, he'll come down, hit him in the ground. And then that's all you have to do. But if you were to leave him by himself, he will slowly just run into the lava. He can't take corners well at all. Oh, he's dead. He's dead on a pedestal. Oh well. Just dab at him.
Yeah. Metal Ape is well known for aggressively dabbing on his victims.
It's supposed to be like a representation of like the player's mind, like how they celebrate. But that also means like Harry's constantly like wiping his butt everywhere every time he celebrates a win. So like I don't know how to feel about that. And we both rolled over.
It also means that your boy DB Styles is dabbing on the haters.
Yeah.
He jumped into it. Why did he jump into it?
They'll always jump on conveyor belts for the most part. Like it's actually pretty safe to do a charge leading up to the robots here.
Yeah.
Lava?
Nope. This is another funky big head. So, an inconsequential fight.
And he'll go... There we go. I could have killed him sooner, but yeah. Because...
Nice.
Now he hit the ground. For whatever reason, it doesn't accelerate them down after the battle's done, and there's the last little bit of explanation of why the illegal weapons happen.
Yep. He's like, okay, you beat me, but by the way, illegal stuff.
Yeah. If you say no, you don't understand to that guy, he will repeat it indefinitely. He's really, really annoying for that. Oh, I'm trying to set up.
So here's Roy. He has the potential to carry this fight, but just like every other doubles partner, he drops that potential in the lava.
Yeah, this one's not bad. The second fight, there's actually a hidden shotgun user in that one. It's really annoying. So we don't really like that because Roy doesn't really stop the shotgun from hurting you.
Yeah.
So we're just going to... This is the only 2 fights you fight with Roy in a row. I'm just going to keep using the charge and then neutral air dashing to get back towards yellow. Because it's honestly a good method of tracking him down. And now it's just a seal head, I think. Yeah, I think that's a seal head. So it's just going to be the damage sponge again. But if I... Thank you, you jerk. I had everything under control. Stop! I think he has acrobat bombs, if I remember correctly. So he keeps like launching me in the air doing that. Then that makes me hit the pods exploding in the air.
Yeah, him and Marcia both run acrobat bombs for some reason.
Yeah, oh yeah, Mira got hurt after her thing. That's the reason we had to fight the second guy, the metal ape. So now we're going to tag along, and apparently they were trying to ambush us, even though they were clearly visible from, well, eyesight. And then you have to enter the custom Robo thing as well, so it's not really a surprise when you have to prep your battle. So I don't really know what an ambush is in this game, but Yellow needs to die because Yellow has a shotgun. That's the one I remember the most.
Let's see. Second battle will focus Yellow, which I think whichever wasn't the Lightning Sky model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna just get rid of Yellow as fast as possible here. And this, again, the long thrust legs is really coming in handy because you can just track. That, there goes Yellow, and now we can focus on Green, which has 0 points of damage on him.
Thanks, Roy.
Yeah.
Real good at using that Magnum.
Yeah. He normally sits behind, he hit me again there. Like, if you wanted to go for PB attempts, you have to really hope the bad AI is on your side. So...
There's a part of me that wonders if it's intentionally bad to make the player feel more awesome when they win.
It cost me more matches than not, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, scratchy nose. So we're just going to celebrate, and he's going to salute, because he's a cop, apparently, and that's apparently what they all do.
Yep.
And that's the last time we will ever interact with Roy in a battle, and I am happy.
Yep.
Now we're reunited with Marcia, or Marcia, if you're a Fire Emblem player. I went there.
Yeah.
M-A-R-C-I-A. Chat, discuss that. Let me know what you guys think it sounds like. Either Marcia, spell it M-A-R-C-I-A, or Marcia, M-A-R-C-I-A. While we're doing that, shout out to Team Rocket, even though they built a thing saying Rahu for it.
Mm.
They should have had a Z on there if it's a Z Syndicate. That's the only thing that bugs me about that.
Yeah.
But we're going to verse Oboro and Sergei again. Marcia's confronting her brother. And this is the second final battle of this little thing here. And, oh no! Sergei is scum. He's backstabbing his best friend. Now it's a 3v1. So this is Old Man Beatdown.
Sergei, you!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to plug this in real quick again. We are only $206 away from passing the amount raised last year during Slurpathon 6. I really believe we can keep this going and surpass that previous amount during this block. Come on, chat.
Let's do
Keep
it.
the hype going. Come on.
Do no donation train.
Yeah. You can do it.
So this is Old Man Beatdown. All three of us can shoot as one robot.
Yeah.
There's a high potential chance of getting 3 1,000 life points at the end of it for everyone.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, this is exactly what goes on against... Marcia got hit, but we got Sergey and myself
How
at least.
dare she
Yeah.
ruin it for the team? Reset.
Yeah, just reset the run now.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically, that's Old Man Beatdown. That's as unfair as it gets. But you technically can do that in... There's a versus mode that you can play with friends in this game. Or enemies, if you want to get them to play the game. You can do that too. You could, for a reason, be the 1v3. And that's why I used to practice on before marathons, is I would put Oboro, Sergey, and one of the twins robots and fight. And I have like a 20% win ratio, but I was still able to win. But, oh man, that feels bad. So I know how bad Oboro felt in that battle just from the switch. This is also Rahu 2. It's not as smart as the Rahu 1 refight. But the thing is about him is his rebirth cycle takes 1 frame. Out of a 60 frame per second game. So there you go. There he's back up again. Yeah, I saw the charge.
Rahu is one of the only, if memory serves, he's one of the only Robos in the game that has a unique downtime.
Rahu 3 being the other one.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, no, Rahu 3 is the one which is...
1 frame.
Yeah, 30 frames I think is Rahu 2. But that's the battle. That's what we think got switched with the other AI. So... And now...
Yeah, super weird.
Okay, so there's going to be a story dump here. I'm going to summarize it the best I can. So give me a sec here, because I need to actually crack my hands, because this is going to be a...
This is the part that most people
hate.
Who, yeah, like, people who seriously run this game, a lot of them end up dropping it because of what's about to go down.
Alright, so, story-wise, what they're going to be summing up is basically, we're going to hear a tape from the hero's father after he left at the beginning of the game, and he's going to say that he was part of the Z Syndicate to try to save the world from Rahu, which he used to cooperate with the police. The police doesn't want anything to do with this anymore, and Roy's kind of surprised in that because Sergei used to be a former cop. He's also going to say he's also taken care of Marcia from the shadows through her entire life and has not left her side at all. That's why he also appeared at the bar. Little break. Here's a RoboCube. That's what happens. Anyway, after that, we're going to keep talking about how Rahu went into a RoboCube and was able to be defeated, essentially, and that's what the hero's father wanted to do. And there's a watch that was given to us at the beginning of the game when we could not see the character, which contains a memory erasing device, which is essentially a magnet on a computer, as far as I know. Because of that, we are able to defeat Rahu, and he needs the part, and he needs us to trust us. He's going to put his hand on Marcia's shoulder and say, don't worry, I'm always there for you. It's not actually the case. And they also explain Marcia's half-dive abilities, which is babies are genetically born, or well, they're born, but they're genetically modified at birth to make sure that they realize the world is the dome and not a globe. That is that part of the entire story. And also she gets her half-dive abilities because she's able... Something went wrong with the operation at the birth. Now we give them the watch, and now we're able to progress. That is everything they said, much easier than all the text boxes. I've been practicing that for a while in that time frame.
Yeah.
Anyway, now I have to actually just leave, so if you have anything else to plug or do or chat, I'm just going to be drinking Pepsi and just doing some movement. Let's ignore all the dead bodies. Everyone's fine. Don't worry, we eventually give the memory wiping device to the police so they can wipe everyone's memories and make them act like bad people. Because...
Yeah, that's not a spooky thing to do at all.
Nope.
Having a memory erasing device held by a high authority.
Yeah. And then make them act like they're evil for amusement park sakes. Also, you walk slightly to the left here because Sergei's head, or not Sergei, Shiner's head will always get in the way. And then now we exit. What's my time right now? I should be about 1:52.
You are currently at one. I mean, this is with a little bit delay, but 151.4.
Okay, that's not bad though. There's like,
no, not at all.
I think a sub 202 time is a sub 150 Z hideout. So, you know, I'll take it.
So this is getting close to the worst fight in the game.
Yes, it's one after this one, and then I have
Yeah.
to do an extreme concentrated, meme-filled skip.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, if you want to talk about it, I'm just going to be beating up this metal.
Yes, this is amusement park. Amusement park is the second to last quote, or well, it's basically the last quote dungeon area of the game. It's where we're gonna be. Oh, okay, I guess.
Oh, neat! I joined him.
Huh. Yeah, but this is where all of the final battles in the game are gonna take place.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one battle out here, then a double battle, followed by a sequence of single battles and a maze. And there are several battles in here that most people would be shocked to find out are actually optional.
Yep. Actually, there's a lot of optional fights here. You can probably skip 11, I think, in total.
Yeah, there's a lot of optional fights here. Yeah, hold it. This is the Doubles Brigade.
Because that's a thing, apparently.
Yeah, so you team up with Mira. Oh boy!
Yeah. This is what Delphi discovered for the community.
Yeah,
I always thought
so-
the Mira fight wasn't bad, because like, oh, she's not a bad partner. No, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no.
Yeah, so Mira's weapon set actively harms your combo ability. Her bombs and pods do a lot of damage to you with friendly fire.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she can't use her charge. She's using stun gun. That's what it is. Okay.
No, ion gun.
Oh, it is ion gun.
Yeah.
All right. So she's at the bottom of the screen. She's done basically no damage. Her bombs have done a decent amount of damage to Sean.
Yep.
Her, like, everything about her is designed to knock the people into the lava pits.
Which I'm trying to encourage, but it's hard to do.
Yeah. But she can't do it when she's doing it by herself.
E-laser.
And I have, on many occasions, gone into this fight and essentially been triple teamed by her and the two enemies.
And lost it. Actually, multiple times in a row in one race, I think, in particular. Like, it's just bad.
Yeah.
So I am going to be doing Drakram skip now.
Yep.
Also, you can see Sergey, he'll like clip downwards. There he goes.
Yep. So over to the left is the restroom. And we are not friends with Harry, so he goes to the restroom by himself.
Yes, I did it. You say no 5 times. I still mash A and B, so there's a chance I might accidentally say yes. That's why I have to concentrate a little bit there. But if you want to do that skip entirely, just only mash B. But I'm skipping 2 fights, 1 single, 1 double, in the smallest possible arena in the game, which has slippery floors and someone who has a bubble gun because bathroom. But it's actually arguably some of the tougher fights in the game, but you can skip them and just endure that cutscene instead. So it saves you like 2 minutes if you do that. That's like the first big skip we have. But again, it's in the game, so it's not like people can't do it. Just be mean to Harry, save time. It's great. Now we're gonna fight
The Fabulous Fighting Four.
Yeah. So it's basically Elite Four. This is now a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Everyone fights their own opponent, I guess. I don't know. Oh, my back's hurting. Wish I had my normal chair. This is a Steelhead, so you wanna talk about anything?
Yeah, you got anything for a stop phase? Because there might as well not be anything going on screen for a minute.
Now, taking a look at the donations, let me just refresh the page real quick.
Oh, you tackle.
We don't have any further donations coming in, but I would love to say again that Slurpathon is raising money for Extra Life, which is raising funds for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Proceeds are going directly to the Alberta's Children's Hospital Foundation. These funds are going to Alberta's Children's Hospital as unrestricted funds, meaning that the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars raised makes the biggest impact possible. Last year, Slurpathon raised $2,510. The goal this year is $3,000. We are currently sitting at $2,205.01 raised. Not only that, but this speed run is very interesting. How are you feeling, Shauny?
Oh, I'm fine. Like, this is, again,
how are your hands?
Perfectly fine. I am probably the only runner in the game who can do multiple runs of this in a row, but like I used to, but to get the PB, I did 4 runs of this a day for 4 weeks. So like doing like 2 runs in 2 days. Oh no! Like, yeah, no, it makes my fingers feel really nice. Like, loosens them up. But I would definitely not try to mash excessively, because there's like an 8-frame window between text boxes as well to be frame perfect. Like, it's actually more generous than it seems, but you still have to be mashing constantly. Jump, that. Standard bomb S. Oh, now I saw your charge.
No, it's really nice to see all this generosity and just great kindness coming out through these donations. Like, it's really, really good to see. And chat, you all have been absolutely wonderful as well. I used to actually play this game with my brother when I was a kid. I've never seen this ran, and it's actually quite hilarious how much effort.
It's just optimized. Like, there's nothing that people can't just do normally. Like, Standard Bomb S is beyond broken, because in a fighting game, if you can just stun your opponent for 2 or 3 seconds at a time, oh yeah, that goes far, and that's the second weapon that you get. Like, okay.
Oh, absolutely. And then 3-way gun is unintentionally busted. Oh yeah, so here's what could like kinda be considered a glitch, but like it's just a I guess a hitbox oversight. You basically skip all of the maze encounters.
Yep, all 9 of them.
Like, yep. By taking that exact route, you skip the hitboxes for the fights to spawn, as well as by taking the correct route, you just skip some fights automatically.
Yep, and we're gonna fight another funky head model, but I'll just show what my notes actually look like here. Yes, there we go. That's my maze route. It's got me through over 300 runs of this game. Although I don't know if I heart in that one, but it's not very...
That's definitely a part where text movement notes don't really help.
No, the first time I was like speedrunning this game, they found me and whatnot. They were trying to tell me through stream delay which way to go. So I fought like 9 extra battles. No, that's not how that works. Let's push him in the corner here. You wait for him to jump. You shoot him close range. Push him back into the corner. Wait for him to jump. And you do that again. That's a funky head model. Hey,
that's the right funky big head, ladies and gentlemen. The big head shall remain funky no longer.
Yeah, that is the last one of the game. We're actually 2 battles away from the end.
Yeah.
So this is a twin fight. You fight both the twins at the same time. They have a gun that curves left and a gun that curves right. Acts differently in the air, so it's really hard to keep track of them. And Marcia isn't going to be your partner. Harry is, because she gets knocked out here, proving that people can just straight up hit people. So apparently, why don't we just kneecap people? But Delphi, if you want to help me explain Rahu 3, because at that point I probably will.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time, but like this fight, this is the only scenario in the game where both Robos in use are going to be the same model.
Yes.
Both of the twins use Athena, the illegal aerial beauty model. Gets 5 jumps. They're using Waning and Waxing Arc, or Waning and Waxing Crescent. I don't remember the name.
Yeah,
the illegal like arc guns, which do curve shots, which fire in the opposite direction if you do them as a jump attack, and they can be a huge pain.
I can get you. Yeah, and then like that's basically the entire fight. We're gonna hit yellow here, or green here. Hopefully, switch to yellow and try to alternate and down them so they don't get too out of hand. You can see that curve arc with green hit me there. But for the end boss, just because I'm probably going to be extremely... Everything else in this game, I can do relatively fine. Like, I can force my way through like most battles, turn the tide, if, be a little bit cautious. The end boss is straight up unfair.
The final boss, through no fault of his own, he could have to retry it a few times. Oh, there's a needle gun, right? Yeah, I think it's... No, that's a meteor gun.
Yeah,
meteor. Let's go, Harry, choosing worthless weapons.
Yep. So basically, Rahu 3 will have... like every robot has 5 like stats or whatever, but they always have 1,000 life. Look at his life and watch how much damage I'll do. It's equivalent to 5,000. And it's a 3v1. I do roughly 20 points of damage for combos. I have to make sure I keep him still enough that the other 2 party members can then just layer damage on him. He cannot be downed, he cannot be he can't rebirth. His charge is really annoying. He's a lightning sky model and he cannot flinch.
Yeah.
So
also his gun is essentially a long range 3-way gun that's always hitting it like how we do the close shots.
And can do roughly 300 points of damage in a single hit if it's close range. Also, for timing will happen when the screen fades to black once I win. So it'll say like, win, it'll close in on everyone, and it will fade to black. On the full fade to black is when time is, just as a thing. But this is the worst part of the run because he also can just fly around for like 40 seconds and not do anything.
Nothing you can do. You cannot stagger him. He is immune to any kind of CC.
Yeah.
And he deals basically infinite damage.
Yeah. So we're just gonna hopefully hope for his little target thing over there not to change to red. We're gonna fire the bombs and pods as much as possible when he's on the ground, not flying around like a moron like that. And then the neutral pods, which I equipped a long time ago, are here because they fire straight towards him, and if they hit him, they keep him on the ground for that little bit extra time.
Yep.
That the AI will actually hopefully be able to hit him.
Yeah. The pod in question is Speed Pod D.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Harry and Garcia are using, but Harry's the one shooting the big water laser things, and then Marcia's shooting the rockets that split into other bullets.
Yeah, and my 3-way gun has basically been turned into a thing that can hopefully hit enough times to keep him on the ground. And I'm going to charge, gonna dash away, because he is targeting me. Yeah, he's still targeting me. Okay.
Yeah. Charging through Rahu is ill-advised because if he is downed, he rebirths in 1 frame.
Yep.
And he gets the full invincibility time of rebirth no matter what.
And you can see here my HP is draining, but I'm going to hopefully get... No, I'm going to watch what's happening. So yeah, normally when those pods that are going around as well, they're extreme. We're just gonna die. He's gonna kill me. No, he's gonna kill me. No, he's not. He's being generous. I'm gonna. We're just gonna keep air. Thank you. Everyone could have died in a hit there. So timing will happen when it fades to black. So time.
Jeez. Congratulations on getting the stabilizer rights in under 2 minutes and 10 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yes. What was the time?
2 minutes, or 2 minutes, excuse me. 2 minutes, that's super quick, isn't it? No, 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 49 seconds.
That's still first place time on the leaderboard.
Yo, sub Bevatons?
That's absolutely fantastic.
I think so, at least. Let me just quickly check. I don't want to say it without... But yeah, this is an extremely fun run. We're just going to quickly show off one the credits, basically. But yeah, this is custom Robo. It's fine, don't worry. 205.49 is second place.
Womp, womp, womp.
So if it was, what was it again?
So Megmac is saying 205, it's like 25.30.
Okay, then yeah, I'm like 20 seconds ahead of second place still.
Nice.
This is my speed game. Like, this is the game I can run the best. This is the most consistent speed game I have. Like, I know I run Azure Dreams. 205.20?
It's very impressive.
Yeah, 205.49 is second place. So I am the leader. Like, if I were to lead my sub 2 time, I'd have a first place time, essentially. But I love this game. I love the community. Like, we've been quiet because, yeah, after RPG 2018, everyone was like practicing like crazy for it. People kind of died out from it, but like one thing we do have, which I can quickly reset and show it's easier than that. The credits don't really matter. All you do is just beat up the robot a bunch.
Yeah, that going into the beating the game unlocks first person mode for some reason.
Yeah, so we're just gonna quickly load up a file here. Unplug my memory card so I don't delete anything. But we do have one other type of race which does invite a lot of people. So this is also all the parts of the game. Like, there's tons of 13 screens worth of guns, 11, 4, and 12 worth of bodies, and chicken hearts on the last page, so more like 11. But if you hold down the Z button, push A, you can randomize. That's a good one too.
Ooh.
But we will do this with every single fight, doing a rando parts race.
Yeah.
So what you watch me do with just a 3-way gun and a metal ape and a Rayo 1 and stuff like that, no, we'll fight the end boss with the waxing arc gun and the oil can.
Oil can.
Like,
let's go.
we like to do that, and that will get people right in the game. But if you have a complete save file, we also have a memory card with everything. We can do that as well. But like, I'm always happy to do runs like this because you never know what you're gonna get. You have to accept the first one. If you die, you're allowed to reset your parts. But I think that's it for me. So thank you very, 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 very much for letting me show off this dumb little speed game I have that takes a lot of time compared to some other runs.
Thank you. Also, Delphi, do you have anything you would like to say before I close out?
All I can say is we love Robo battles.
Yep. that's always the thing.
Thank you both so much. Shauny, that was an absolute amazing speed run. Delphi, thank you so much for hopping on the commentary as well.
Yep,
so up next, we're going to be rolling into Zello, who's going to be playing Pump It Up Double X. I'm going to be hopping off as host. We are leaving the total currently at $2,205.01. Both of the incentives for Zello's next block have been met, so please stick around to watch some very difficult and insane content.
Yes, I'll be definitely watch that downstairs with a nice full cup of tea.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Stick around.
Hi, everyone.